Welcome to Healthy Aging Bites, the YouTube channel dedicated to supporting you on your journey toward vibrant, safe, and empowered living in your golden years. I'm Dr. Anna, a physician specializing in senior health with over 30 years of experience in clinical care and research, especially in circulation and peripheral nerve health. And today, I want to talk to you about something surprisingly common and often overlooked that could be affecting millions of Americans over 60. Certain superfood vegetables that might be quietly causing numbness and discomfort in your feet. Yes, you heard that right. For years, we've been told that leafy greens are the cornerstone of a healthy diet, and that's not wrong. But in medicine, even good things can have unintended consequences. Some vegetables, when eaten too often, prepared the wrong way, or consumed without considering your medications or age-related changes in your body, can trigger subtle but significant side effects. And often, the first place your body sends a warning signal is through your feet. Foot numbness, a common symptom we often ignore. Have you ever woken up and felt like there were pins and needles pricking the soles of your feet? Or maybe after sitting for a while or taking a short walk, your feet feel heavy, numb, or oddly stiff, almost like they've fallen asleep. Many people chalk it up to just aging. But from a medical perspective, foot numbness isn't just about getting older. It's a signal, a sign that your body might be struggling with poor blood circulation or nerve damage, particularly in the lower limbs. Both of these systems, your circulatory system and peripheral nerves, are essential for keeping your feet healthy, strong, and responsive. Why are seniors more vulnerable to circulation and nerve problems? As we age, our blood vessels, especially those farthest from the heart like in our feet, naturally become stiffer and less elastic. This makes it harder for blood to reach the lower extremities, meaning your feet might not be getting enough oxygen or nutrients. At the same time, the nerves that carry signals from your brain to your feet can become inflamed, compressed, or damaged, especially if they're not getting enough blood flow or are being affected by certain medications. And if you're taking medications for heart conditions, diabetes, high cholesterol, or blood thinners like warfarin, your body becomes even more sensitive to changes in your diet, even seemingly healthy ones. Surprising truth, some healthy vegetables might actually be contributing to your foot problems. It might sound hard to believe, but it's true. Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 popular vegetables, often labeled as superfoods, that could be making things worse if you eat them too often, don't cook them properly, or combine them with certain medications. These vegetables can contribute to crystal buildup in small blood vessels, lead to fluid retention in the lower limbs, interfere with blood-thinning medications, and ultimately contribute to numbness, swelling, and reduced sensation in your feet. Symptoms that many people assume are just a part of aging. This isn't about avoiding greens. It's about eating smarter. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Come on, Dr. Anna. I eat more greens to lose weight, control my blood sugar, prevent disease, and now you're telling me they might be the reason my feet feel numb? Here's the truth. Vegetables aren't the enemy. But not all vegetables are right for everyone, especially if you're over 60. Have a sensitive circulatory or nervous system, or take daily medications. At this stage of life, your body changes. Your metabolism shifts. Your nutrient sensitivity increases. And what worked for you at 40 may not be what your body needs at 70. That's why personalized, thoughtful nutrition matters more than ever. Before we dive in, help us keep this channel growing. Before I reveal the 3 vegetables you should watch out for, and the safer, smarter alternatives, I'd love to ask for a small favor. Give this video a like if you find the topic helpful. Hit share to pass it along to a friend or loved one who may also be experiencing foot issues. And don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites so you never miss our weekly videos on healthy eating, active living, and longevity after 60. Your support helps us continue producing meaningful, science-based content for older adults across the US and beyond. Coming up next, We're about to explore the first vegetable on the list, one that's often praised as the king of anti-aging, but may actually promote water retention, oxalate buildup, and blood flow blockage when not handled properly. Can you guess which one it is? Stay tuned, because the answer might just surprise you. Vegetable number 1, spinach, a superfood with a hidden catch. Let's begin with one of the most beloved leafy greens in American kitchens, spinach. It's often the star of smoothies, salads, and green detox bowls. And to be fair, spinach is incredibly nutritious. It's rich in iron, fiber, vitamin A, vitamin K, folate, and antioxidants. So what's the problem? The catch is, spinach is also extremely high in oxalates, natural compounds that, in some people, can bind with calcium in the body and form crystals. These oxalate calcium crystals can accumulate in the kidneys, raising the risk of kidney stones, impair blood flow in small vessels, especially in the feet, promote fluid retention, causing swelling and pressure on peripheral nerves. Now imagine this happening in someone with aging arteries, slightly sluggish circulation, and reduced kidney efficiency. That small daily bowl of raw spinach could be silently contributing to numbness and tingling in the feet. Real talk, how oxalates affect aging bodies. In healthy, younger adults, oxalates usually pass through the digestive system without issue. But as we age, kidney function may decline, making it harder to eliminate excess oxalate. Circulation slows down, especially in the legs and feet. Tissues retain more fluid, putting pressure on the nerves. If you feel like your feet are puffier, heavier, or more numb after a healthy green smoothie or big spinach salad, your body might be giving you a clue. Spinach and blood thinners, a risky combination. Here's another important point. Spinach is one of the highest sources of vitamin K. That's the nutrient responsible for helping your blood clot properly. But if you're taking a blood thinner like warfarin, Coumadin, vitamin K can interfere with the medication. Eating too much spinach can reduce the effectiveness of your blood thinner, make your blood clot faster than it should, lead to tiny clots in small blood vessels, reducing blood flow to your feet, result in numbness, swelling, and a dull or asleep sensation. This doesn't mean you have to avoid spinach entirely, but it does mean you need to eat it in moderation and consistently, not sporadically. A true story. Meet Carol from North Carolina. Carol, age 70, was proud of her healthy lifestyle. She walked every morning, stayed active in her garden, and never missed her daily green smoothie, which included 2 packed cups of raw spinach. But over time, she began to notice a strange tingling in her toes each morning, a buzzing sensation in her feet when she lay down, a bit of puffiness in her ankles that didn't used to be there. Her doctor found that she had elevated oxalate levels and a slightly impaired kidney function, not uncommon for her age. She was also on aspirin therapy for heart health. Once Carol cut back on raw spinach, started cooking her greens lightly, and added more magnesium and hydration to her routine, the symptoms started fading in just a few weeks. What should you do if you love spinach? You don't have to quit spinach, but you do need to be mindful. Here are 4 simple tips. Cook your spinach lightly. Light boiling or sautéing reduces oxalate levels by up to 80%. Discard the cooking water, which contains the dissolved oxalates. Avoid eating it every day. Rotate your greens. Try romaine lettuce, baby bok choy, or arugula. Drink more water. Stay hydrated to help your kidneys flush out excess oxalates. Talk to your doctor if you're on blood thinners. Keep your vitamin K intake consistent, not extreme. Up next, now that we've tackled spinach, it's time to talk about vegetable number 2, another popular green that's often called a cancer-fighting miracle, but may interfere with thyroid function and further slow down circulation in the legs and feet. Can you guess what it is? Stick around. You're about to find out in the next segment. Vegetable number 2, broccoli, a superfood that can backfire for some seniors. We all know broccoli is one of the healthiest vegetables out there. It's packed with fiber, vitamin C, potassium, antioxidants, and it's often praised for its cancer-fighting compounds. In fact, it's one of the top vegetables recommended in nearly every heart-healthy or anti-inflammatory diet. So what could possibly go wrong? The answer lies in 2 key issues: broccoli's impact on blood clotting, its effect on thyroid function and circulation in sensitive individuals. Problem 1. Broccoli is extremely high in vitamin K. Like spinach, broccoli contains large amounts of vitamin K, which, as we mentioned earlier, directly affects how your blood clots. This is especially important if you're taking warfarin, Coumadin, aspirin, clopidogrel, Plavix, or any blood-thinning medication. Too much vitamin K, especially from eating broccoli every day, can reduce your medication's effectiveness, make your blood more prone to clotting, lead to mini clots in small blood vessels, reduce blood flow to the extremities like your feet, result in tingling, numbness, or swelling. If your feet are already showing signs of poor circulation or nerve sensitivity, broccoli might be unintentionally making things worse. Problem 2. Broccoli can interfere with thyroid health. Broccoli belongs to the cruciferous vegetable family, along with cabbage, kale, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. These veggies contain goitrogens, natural substances that, when eaten in large quantities, can interfere with thyroid function, especially in people with a history of low thyroid, hypothyroidism, thyroid medication use, or iodine deficiency. Why does this matter? When your thyroid slows down, so does your circulation. This means blood takes longer to reach your hands and feet, and oxygen delivery suffers. Combine that with the natural stiffening of blood vessels as we age, and you've got a recipe for cold feet, tingling or numbness, leg fatigue, and even subtle balance issues. A real story. Meet Frank from Arizona. Frank, age 75, was committed to a plant-forward lifestyle. He steamed broccoli for dinner 6 nights a week, thinking it was the key to keeping his cholesterol low and heart strong. But over time, Frank noticed. His feet felt cold and stiff, even in warm weather. His balance was off. His toes had a dull tingling sensation, like they were always waking up from a nap. Blood tests revealed mild hypothyroidism and suboptimal INR levels, meaning his blood thinner medication wasn't fully effective. Once Frank reduced broccoli to 2-3 times a week, rotated in other greens, and cooked them thoroughly, his symptoms eased. He also worked with his doctor to adjust his thyroid medication, and within a month, he felt significantly more stable and energized. What to do if you eat broccoli regularly? Don't worry, broccoli is still a healthy food. But for older adults, especially those on medications or with thyroid issues, it needs to be enjoyed with balance. Here's how to make broccoli safer and smarter. Limit to 2-3 servings per week. Don't eat it every single day. Rotate with other non-cruciferous greens like zucchini, green beans, or romaine. Always cook your broccoli. Steaming or boiling reduces goitrogen content and makes it easier to digest. Avoid combining broccoli with high oxalate greens, like spinach or Swiss chard, in the same meal to reduce crystal buildup risks. Let your doctor know, especially if you're on blood thinners or thyroid meds, so they can monitor your levels accordingly. Coming up next, we've tackled spinach and broccoli, 2 power greens with great benefits, but also potential risks when misused. Now get ready for vegetable number 3, the one that might surprise you the most. It's colorful, nutrient-rich, and often featured in health magazines. But when eaten in large amounts or raw, it can cause swelling in your legs and interfere with blood flow in your feet. Can you guess it? Let's uncover the truth about Swiss chard in the next segment. Vegetable number 3, Swiss chard, beautiful, bold, and surprisingly problematic. Swiss chard is one of the most colorful vegetables you'll find on the plate. Its vibrant rainbow stems and deep green leaves make it a favorite among health-conscious cooks and salad lovers. And to be fair, Swiss chard is packed with nutrition: vitamins A, C, and K, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, fiber, and antioxidants. Sounds like a dream vegetable, right? Well, not so fast, especially if you're over 60 and experiencing foot numbness, swelling, or taking medications like blood thinners. Let's look at what makes Swiss chard a hidden hazard for some older adults. Problem 1. Oxalate overload. The kidney and circulation risk. Like spinach, Swiss chard is very high in oxalates. These naturally occurring compounds can bind to calcium in your body and form tiny crystals, which may build up in the kidneys, clog tiny blood vessels, disrupt circulation, especially in the feet and toes, trigger swelling and numbness in the lower limbs. For seniors with reduced kidney function, dehydration, or already sluggish circulation, these oxalates can worsen fluid retention and pressure on peripheral nerves. If your feet tend to feel puffy by evening, tingly or tight, or unusually sensitive when wearing socks or shoes, it might not be just age. It could be a reaction to oxalate-heavy veggies like Swiss chard. Problem 2. Very high in vitamin K. Trouble for blood thinners. Swiss chard contains one of the highest levels of vitamin K among leafy greens. If you're taking medications like warfarin, Coumadin, aspirin therapy, other anticoagulants, this could be a problem. Too much vitamin K may counteract your medication's effects, making your blood clot too easily, lead to microclots in the capillaries of your legs and feet, contribute to pain, numbness, or reduce sensation in your lower extremities. Many people assume they're doing something good by eating chard every day, but the interaction with medications could be silently working against you. Meet Linda from Ohio. Healthy food was hurting me. Linda, 67, had switched to a mostly plant-based diet after retirement. She discovered Swiss chard at her local farmer's market and began eating it raw in salads nearly every day. But after a few months, she noticed her feet and ankles were swollen in the afternoons. Her toes felt stiff and numb at night. She had a strange buzzing sensation when lying down. Her doctor ran a few tests. The results showed elevated oxalate levels, INR, a blood thinning test that was lower than expected. Despite her daily warfarin, early signs of fluid retention in the lower limbs. Once Linda cut back on raw Swiss chard, cooked it when she did eat it, and rotated in other low oxalate greens, her symptoms started fading within 3 weeks. Safer ways to enjoy Swiss chard. Swiss chard isn't bad, it's just potent. And with that potency comes responsibility. Here's how to make Swiss chard work for your health, not against it. Cook it thoroughly. Light boiling or sautéing can significantly reduce oxalate content. Discard the water used during boiling. Avoid eating it daily. Limit to 1-2 times per week, especially if you're on blood thinners or have kidney concerns. Rotate your greens. Try arugula, watercress, romaine, butter lettuce, or bok choy for variety and balance. Stay hydrated. Drink enough water to support your kidneys and reduce oxalate buildup. Speak with your healthcare provider, especially if you're on anticoagulants, so your vitamin K intake is consistent and manageable. Final thoughts on the superfood trio. Let's recap the 3 healthy vegetables that deserve a second look. Vegetable concern, safer practice. Spinach high in oxalates and vitamin K. Cook it. Eat moderately. Rotate. Broccoli high in vitamin K and goitrogens. Cook it. Limit to 2-3x week. Swiss chard, very high in oxalates and vitamin K. Cook well. Limit to 1-2x week. The goal isn't to fear vegetables, it's to respect their power. especially as your body changes with age and your medications evolve. Coming up next, now that we've explored the 3 worst vegetables for foot numbness, the next segment will walk you through 12 more everyday foods that can quietly harm circulation or nerve function, plus the top safer swaps that still taste great and support your body. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites so you stay in the loop with all our future episodes on eating smarter and aging stronger. Your feet and your entire body will thank you. 12 everyday foods that can quietly worsen foot numbness and what to eat instead. It's not just what you eat, it's what you didn't know you're eating every day. So far, we've explored how certain vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and Swiss chard can surprise us with unintended effects, especially in seniors dealing with circulation or nerve sensitivity. But vegetables aren't the only concern. There are common everyday foods many considered harmless or even comforting that can worsen numbness, tingling, or swelling in your feet. Some cause inflammation, others raise blood pressure or blood sugar, while a few interfere with medications you're likely already taking. And the worst part? They're in your pantry right now. Let's break down these 12 foods into 3 groups. Group 1. High sodium, high saturated fat foods. The circulation blockers. These foods tighten your blood vessels, raise your blood pressure, and promote fluid retention in the lower limbs. 1. Bacon. Packed with sodium and saturated fat, increases fluid retention, more pressure on foot nerves, promotes inflammation and artery stiffness. Swap for turkey bacon, low sodium, poached eggs, or grilled tofu. 2. Frozen pizza. Contains high sodium, trans fats, and preservatives. Causes swollen feet and poor nighttime circulation. Swap for homemade whole wheat pizza with fresh veggies and light cheese. 3. Canned soups or instant noodles. One serving can have over 1,000 milligrams of sodium. Leads to sock line swelling and foot heaviness. Swap for homemade vegetable soup with herbs and a pinch of sea salt. 4. French fries, especially fast food or frozen. High in trans fats, fried in reused oil. Sodium overload causes leg swelling and tingling. Repeated oil use creates compounds that damage nerves. Swap for baked sweet potato wedges with olive oil and rosemary. Group 2. High sugar, processed foods, the nerve damagers. These spike your blood sugar and worsen nerve sensitivity, especially dangerous for anyone with prediabetes or diabetes. 5. Store-bought cakes and cake mixes. Refined flour plus sugar plus hydrogenated oils equals a triple threat. Spikes blood sugar, damages small nerves in your feet. Swap for homemade muffins with almond flour and unsweetened applesauce. 6. Milk chocolate. Loaded with sugar and saturated fat, increases inflammation and oxidative stress on nerves. Swap for 70% dark chocolate in moderation. 7. Candy and processed sweets. High glycemic index equals rapid sugar spikes. Over time, causes nerve degeneration and poor foot sensation. Swap for fresh berries, apple slices with almond butter, or a few dates. 8. Regular and diet soda. Sugar in regular soda spikes glucose and damages circulation. Artificial sweeteners in diet soda, like aspartame, are linked to nerve inflammation. Swap for sparkling water with lemon, iced herbal tea, or infused water. Group 3. Alcohol and ultra processed foods, the silent saboteurs. These foods and drinks impact hydration, blood sugar control, and can accelerate nerve decline. 9. Beer and wine, especially daily use. Alcohol dehydrates, thickens the blood, slows circulation. Chronic use linked to alcoholic neuropathy. Swap for kombucha, mocktails with lime plus soda water, herbal iced teas. 10. White bread and refined carbs. Lacks fiber, spikes blood sugar. Repeated glucose damage contributes to tingling, burning in feet. Swap for 100% whole grain bread with seeds or sourdough. 11. Ice cream, store-bought. Sugar plus trans fats plus cold temperature equals triple circulation hit, can cause vasoconstriction, especially at night. Swap for homemade banana, nice cream, or Greek yogurt with honey. 12. Microwavable or frozen meals. Hidden sodium and chemicals can interfere with medications and trigger inflammation. Swap for batch cook simple whole meals with lean protein, brown rice, and steamed veggies. Bonus tip: it's not about giving up everything you love. The key is to make smart swaps, not punish yourself. Your body, especially your feet, will thank you for it. Look for whole, fresh ingredients. Prep simple meals at home when possible. Read food labels, especially sodium and added sugar content. Stay consistent with hydration and movement. Coming up, now that you know what to avoid and what to eat instead, the next step is to build a sample 7-day meal plan designed to reduce numbness, support healthy circulation, and work alongside common medications, not against them. Stick with me, because in the next section, I'll walk you through an easy-to-follow healthy aging weekly meal guide with food your body will love and your taste buds won't complain about. Healthy Aging 7-Day Meal Plan for better circulation and nerve health. Eat with intention. Feel the difference in your feet and your life. This plan is carefully designed to improve blood flow to the lower limbs, reduce inflammation that can damage nerves, support medications, especially blood thinners, blood pressure, and diabetes meds, lower risk of swelling, tingling, and numbness in the feet. Each day includes a balanced breakfast for stable energy, a nourishing lunch that supports heart and circulation, a gentle on-the-body dinner to avoid overnight fluid retention, light snack options to prevent glucose spikes, hydration reminders. Let's walk through it, day by day. Day 1. Anti-inflammatory kickstart. Breakfast: oatmeal with chia seeds, cinnamon, and blueberries. Herbal tea or warm lemon water. Lunch: grilled salmon salad with mixed greens, olive oil, and lemon dressing. A slice of whole grain toast. Dinner: lentil and veggie stew, carrot, celery, turmeric. Brown rice, steamed bok choy. Snack: a handful of walnuts. 8 ounces water, with a pinch of sea salt and squeeze of lime. Day 2. Heart and kidney friendly focus. Breakfast: Greek yogurt with flax seeds and chopped strawberries. Green tea. Lunch: quinoa bowl with roasted chickpeas, red bell pepper, and avocado. Light vinaigrette, apple cider vinegar plus olive oil. Dinner: baked cod with garlic and herbs. Sweet potato mash, no butter. Sautéed zucchini. Snack: a few slices of cucumber with hummus. Herbal iced tea, unsweetened. Day 3. Nourishing day. Breakfast: scrambled eggs with spinach, cooked, and onions. A slice of whole grain toast. Black coffee or decaf. Lunch: turkey lettuce wraps with avocado and tomato. Cabbage slaw, apple cider vinegar, olive oil, cumin. Dinner: stir-fried tofu with broccoli, cooked, garlic, and brown rice. Warm chamomile tea. Snack: 1 piece of 70% dark chocolate. 8 ounces of water. Day 4. Magnesium and potassium boost. Breakfast: smoothie, banana, unsweetened almond milk, chia, and kale, cooked, frozen. Toasted sprouted grain bread with almond butter. Lunch: wild rice and black bean salad. Side of cooked carrots with ginger. Dinner: grilled chicken with rosemary. Steamed green beans and quinoa. Side salad with arugula and lemon vinaigrette. Snack: half an avocado with sea salt and a drizzle of olive oil. Hydration: warm ginger water. Day 5. Low oxalate and low sodium emphasis. Breakfast: steel-cut oats with apple slices and cinnamon. Peppermint tea. Lunch: sardine salad on romaine with olive oil plus lemon. Whole grain crackers or a slice of rye bread. Dinner: butternut squash soup, homemade, low sodium. Baked chicken thighs. Steamed cauliflower. Snack: handful of pumpkin seeds. 8 ounces of water plus magnesium powder, if approved by doctor. Day 6. Circulation superfoods. Breakfast: yogurt parfait with unsweetened coconut, blueberries, and walnuts. Herbal green tea. Lunch: lentil wrap with spinach, cooked, tomatoes, and tahini dressing. Side of beets roasted. Dinner: wild salmon with lemon dill, sautéed bok choy and quinoa, cucumber mint salad. Snack: apple slices with unsalted peanut butter. Chamomile tea. Day 7. Gentle reset day. Breakfast: chia pudding made with oat milk, topped with raspberries. Warm lemon water. Lunch: chicken and avocado over cooked arugula and squash. Sliced oranges for dessert. Dinner: baked tofu or whitefish, mashed cauliflower with garlic, roasted carrots and parsnips. Snack: a hard-boiled egg. Hydration: coconut water, unsweetened. Pro tips for success: stick with cooked greens 2-4 times a week instead of daily raw greens. Eat slowly and mindfully to aid digestion and absorption. Keep vitamin K intake consistent if you're on blood thinners. Don't skip meals, 7 small ones, so your blood sugar stays steady. Drink water consistently. Don't wait until you feel thirsty. You don't need a detox. You need consistency and wisdom. This 7-day meal plan isn't a fad. It's a foundation based on science, senior health expertise, and real-life results from people just like you. Your feet are connected to every part of your health, and when circulation improves, inflammation goes down, and nerves get nourished. You don't just feel it in your steps, you feel it in your spirit. Coming up next, in our final chapter, I'll share 3 inspiring real-life stories of older adults who made these changes, some of them small, some life-changing, and how they regained feeling, balance, and energy from the ground up. Stay tuned for Footsteps of Change, True Stories of Healing Through Food After 60. Final chapter: Footsteps of Change, True Stories of Healing Through Food After 60. These aren't just testimonials. They're proof that change is possible at any age. Over the last several sections, we've explored how diet, lifestyle, and small daily decisions can dramatically improve foot circulation, reduce numbness, and support nerve health, especially for those over 60. But sometimes, facts alone aren't enough. Sometimes, what we need is someone like us, someone who's lived through it, made the change, and come out stronger on the other side. So today, I'd like to introduce you to 3 incredible individuals who didn't give up on their health. They didn't settle for numbness or swelling as just a part of getting old. Instead, they chose to take back control, starting with what was on their plate. Story 1. Harold, 72. I thought my feet were just tired. Turns out, they were starving. Harold from Colorado had been a truck driver for 35 years. After retiring, he noticed that his feet felt stiff, cold, and tingled like static most mornings. He figured it was just poor circulation from years of sitting. But during a regular checkup, his doctor told him his B12 levels were dangerously low and that it might be affecting his nerves. When Harold looked back at his diet, he realized it had barely any natural B12. He rarely ate eggs, avoided red meat, and skipped meals. At his doctor's suggestion, he added 2-3 eggs per week, started eating salmon once a week, introduced nutritional yeast and fortified oat milk, took a low-dose B12 supplement. Within 5 weeks, Harold noticed, I could feel my socks again. My toes weren't as icy, and for the first time in years, my balance felt better. Story 2. Judith, 68. I ate spinach every day. Who knew that was part of the problem? Judith from Florida had always been the healthy one in her friend group. Every morning, she made a green smoothie with raw spinach, banana, and almond milk. She walked, did yoga, and stayed active. But ironically, her feet began to swell slightly each afternoon, and she felt more unsteady than usual, especially on stairs. A nutritionist reviewed her food diary and gently pointed out the issue. Oxalates. Judith was consuming spinach every single day, which led to oxalate accumulation and fluid retention. She switched to cooked spinach only twice a week, replaced raw greens with arugula and watercress, increased hydration and magnesium-rich foods like pumpkin seeds and oats. Within a month, I stopped needing to kick my shoes off midday. The swelling reduced, and I didn't realize how uncomfortable I had become until I started feeling normal again. Story 3. David, 75. My numbness faded when I started treating food like medicine. David from Oregon had been living with type 2 diabetes for over a decade. His biggest frustration? The numbness in his feet. It made walking feel like moving on blocks of wood. He was careful with carbs, but his meals were repetitive. White bread toast, diet soda, and frozen dinners for convenience. When he learned that refined carbs and chemical additives can worsen neuropathy, he made a decision. Swapped white bread for sprouted grain. Replaced frozen meals with simple batch-cooked stews. Quit diet soda entirely. Started walking 10 minutes after meals. After 2 months, it's not like I got full sensation back, but I felt warmth again. I could wiggle my toes and actually feel it. That gave me hope. What do these stories have in common? They didn't rely on fancy supplements or expensive treatments. They simply listened to their body, identified dietary triggers, made small, consistent changes, worked with their doctors not against them, and they stuck with it. Final message: your feet tell the story of your health. They carry you, balance you, and connect you to the earth. When your feet are hurting, tingling, or numb, they're not just complaining, they're warning you. But the good news? You're never too old to listen and never too late to change. So if you've made it this far in our series, I want to say, thank you for taking your health seriously. Thank you for being open to learning. And most of all, thank you for believing in yourself. Let's recap your action plan. Know the 3 vegetables to approach with caution: spinach, broccoli, Swiss chard. Avoid the 12 foods that sabotage nerves and circulation. Follow the 7-day meal plan for real results. Monitor your medications and food interactions. Learn from the success stories and start writing your own final call to action. Like this video if it helped you understand your body better. Share it with someone you love, especially if they're struggling with foot issues. Subscribe to Healthy Aging Bites for more science-backed, senior-friendly wellness content every week. From our hearts to your feet, thank you for letting us walk this journey with you. You're not alone. You're just getting started.